to City and State TV. My name is Ashley Hupfl. I'm City and State's Albany reporter. With me is Elaine Ryanch, the VP for Governmental Affairs with AARP. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
So we're here talking about the new report, High Anxiety, and how is this, how is saving for retirement affecting baby boomers and Generation Xers across the nation?
Right. Well, this is a huge issue, not only for today, but for the future. If you think that on average people only have $3,000 saved for retirement, well, you could only imagine what the future would look like if we don't change those numbers in some way. And I think that's why boomers and Gen X generation are really feeling that squeeze and that high anxiety about what their future is going to look like.
So what's different for these generations from previous generations?
Well, for the boomers, of course, they experienced some decline, but the biggest effect was the Great Recession, where they lost so much wealth so quickly, the real estate values, their investments. But for Gen Xers, they stepped into a world where there weren't pensions, where there weren't a lot of opportunities for wage growth, but costs continue to rise. So Gen Xers are really experiencing the most anxiety about the future because frankly their options have been so limited in years past.
And of course we're here discussing the option of a state-run facilitated plan, retirement plan. How has this helped in other states?
Great. Well, we're making progress. It's been a great year that the idea just started last year. We already have 30 states considering some kind of work and save proposal to provide workplace savings. Washington State just passed a law and enacted it, and Illinois earlier this year. So we think New York is the next to embrace this. Clearly there's a need. We know that 54% of New Yorkers go to work every day without any way to save for their retirement at work. That's 3.6 million New Yorkers who have no options to save.
Mm-hmm. What was the most striking report or fact in the report that you found?
Well, I think that the Gen Exodus has to give New Yorkers pause. When asked the Gen X population in New York, 66% of them said they were thinking of leaving New York if things didn't get better for them here. And we think that the Gen X population would really benefit from Work and Save to make it easier for them to be able to save for their future and stay in New York.
What kind of economic effect would this mass exodus have on New York State?
Well, you can only imagine. I mean, the next cohort, the next generation of Gen Xers leaving, not only does it mean fewer people to pay taxes, but leaving behind the people who don't have perhaps that mobility or income to leave the state. So what you'll see are people more living in poverty with fewer taxpayers to be able to pay for their care. That's not the type of future New Yorkers want to see, and we can do something about it this year.
Mm-hmm. What's the next step in New York?
Well, we hope that this is the start of a bipartisan discussion about how to make it simpler for small businesses to offer their employees a way to save at work. It's happened that small businesses and the financial services industry in other parts of the country are coming together saying this is a win-win-win. It's good for employees, it's good for employers, and it's good for the state government's budget. So we're hoping that this can take off a discussion that starts here today, but then one that continues hopefully for some kind of leadership and movement next year.
Well, Elaine, thank you for joining us.
Okay, thank you so much.